Just with such little real estate left from the last game, what do you like that needs to be carried over, especially as you guys are trying to, you don't have a lot of time left to get your game to that playoff level?
Yeah, I mean, we should be there. I mean, it's a long year with a lot of ups and downs and stuff like that. So I think you try to work through things, and I think we know what our identity is and how we should play. It's just a matter of if we can execute that when the time comes. So I think everyone should know, and right now it's just kind of developing a habit of playing the right way and not letting things slip. It can be mentally tough at times for a lot of teams this time of year. I mean, Columbus is kind of going through something similar, but obviously very different, where they're trying to find it mentally, where they're out of the playoffs, and there's guys fighting for jobs next year. And guys are just competitive too. You just want to play well, but sometimes it's hard without a goal in mind. So for us, where we're kind of slated in, where we know we're going to be in the playoffs, and it's just trying to play the right way and to go into playoffs feeling confident and playing the way you feel you need to have success.
I think that's kind of where I was going. Like, when there is such little time left, is it hard to keep that focus, knowing that there will be the play? Like, how do you sort of manage that?
Yeah, I mean, you have to try to stay in the moment. You have to try not to look ahead, and that's like a lot of things. In the course of a season, you're playing 82 games. You can't look ahead, and you need to be able to stay with a game-to-game mentality, and just to try to be good night in and night out, and not have to worry about having a good season, whereas you need to be good each night that makes a good season. So that's kind of where we're at, and just trying to, like I said, trend well in the playoffs.
Game 300, does it feel like it's gone by?
Yeah,
fast, slow, I don't know.
Yeah, it's cool. You never know if you're gonna make it, and obviously you're proud and happy with that. I mean, I played a long time in the American League. I'm probably pretty close to 300 there too. So, there's times when you're there and there's guys getting called up over you that you really question if it's going to work out, and if this is the right path, and if you're going to be doing this for much longer. And sometimes things just work out, and I feel blessed of how very lucky of how it's worked out for me. And you get traded and you never know if it's going to work out, and then you get traded again, and things just happen for a reason. You just got to make the best situation. I feel very lucky, and I've really enjoyed my time and how it's gone, and hopefully a lot more games.
Thanks, Gravy. Appreciate it. What's the level of trying to focus with 4 games left? I mean, I know it's always day to day, game by game, but can it be hard at times when you're at that finish line, knowing what's coming up on the other side?
I don't know if it's necessarily hard. It's just exciting. We're just getting excited for what's to come in just over a week now. So, we're gonna feel out these last few games and make sure we're playing hard and finding our game the right way. And we had a good one last game after a tough one in Winnipeg. So. Just continue to try to build and just climb, just go up, not down. So play well, feel good about ourselves, and then when it's really time to kick it in high gear in the playoffs, and we'll be prepared to do that.
So talking to Lindy, part of that motivation is we want that home ice advantage, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. We just want to win every game. Like I've said all along, I think we've been trying to chase Carolina. They've been making it hard on us because they don't lose much either. So, but we want to make sure we're holding our position at worst, and then continuing to get better and trying to chase Carolina if we can.
What is this excitement level for someone like you who's been around? I know we talked about it when you guys clinched, but knowing that it's right there on the other side.
Yeah, it is exciting for sure. Like I've talked about a little bit as well, just with some tough years here and grinding through the tough times to get to the good times, and not every team goes through great stretches, and unfortunately we had a tough one, but now we're here at the here and now. We're focused on the present, and I'm excited to be here for the present. So it's exciting just to play and knowing you're not even having to battle right to the very end like we did in the past time we were in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs now. It's just time to prepare for it the right way and hopefully get on a good roll.
We've talked to Lindy a lot about the development of Kevin Ball. Now, you're someone who's played with him a lot. What have you seen in his growth that has allowed him to really grow his confidence? Because I'm sure you see it out there. It has, almost gone up to a different level for him.
Yeah, he's been great. I've just tried to help him out as best I can, and any questions he has. And he's got all the tools. He's a big guy. He skates well. He moves the puck. He's strong. So he knows what he has to do to be successful, and just a matter of putting it all together and just playing with confidence is the biggest thing. That's one of the biggest things for any player in this league is if you play with confidence, you're here for a reason. It's going to come out. So for him, he's been doing that recently, and it's been a pleasure to play with him. And he's even got himself bumped up to the penthouse, we say. So good for him. I'm very happy for him. He's a great guy. He's worked hard.
Thanks, Evie. Just talking to some of the guys about knowing there's only very few games left, keeping focus. What is that challenge on taking things day by day when you're at this point of the year?
Well, we still have something to accomplish, and we know we're going to have to work hard, to try to get home ice, and I think that's our goal. So the focus is on that for us right now.
How's Eric Holla doing? Just a maintenance morning?
Just a maintenance morning for him, yes.
And what is the challenge then, again, of going against a team like Columbus, who, one of those things where you have guys who are playing for jobs, playing with nothing to lose in a sense?
Well, I think you've seen where teams like that can be very dangerous teams. Again, we're going to talk about how we need to play. We've got to play the right way. We've got to play well defensively. We've got to be a tight team away from the puck. And the details of our game have to be good.
Did you see those details a lot better in your last game?
Well, a lot more energy in our last game. I think with more energy, the details were better. We moved the puck. We skated a lot better. So, I anticipate the same.
Well, the first time we're seeing you coach a team that's going to go to the playoffs. So I'm just wondering, what's your philosophy at the end of the year here about giving some players some rest, load management, as they say? How do you view that?
We're going to utilize everybody. Everybody's been part of this team. There's no resting guys right now. This is about, putting a good lineup together and winning hockey games and knowing that, Cher was out last game. He's going to go back in. We know that he's been a big piece of our team. We're a fortunate group right now to be, almost completely healthy. So you look at it that, the 7D we have, we'd like to see all of them play. And we know they all can play. They've all been a big part of stretches of the season. And we want to make sure that everybody's ready to play from game to game here.
In this circumstance where there's so much at stake, from your experience, do players think about some personal goals? Like Jack can set the team record for points, Dougie can set the team record for points for defense, and the team can set records for the franchise. Is that part of the equation at all?
Not for me, it's not. But I think the team success is related to individuals having real good years. I'm happy when individuals accomplish great individual goals, as long as those goals are in line with where our team is going, and they have been. So our success is directly related to, maybe Dougie's success and his numbers on defense. Jack's numbers up front, again, help us with our team numbers. So when you get to the end of the year, there's a lot of individuals we've got a lot of individuals that are in a good place, and that's the good part about having a good season. Individuals will have good years.
What's the biggest stride Dougie's made this year, do you think?
I think he stayed healthy. Not that that's a big stride, but I think remaining consistent in all areas of the game. I think that has really been his goal, to be a guy that can be counted on, in all three zones. We know what he can do offensively, but to be able to be that guy that can be involved in the neutral zone and being a tough guy to play against, D-zone play, making sure we're getting out of the zone in a hurry.
Coach, you're looking at this season, you've experienced ups and you've experienced downs. Wasn't this just about maybe having this team develop like a killer instinct?
I think really it's more about the maturation of the players. Understanding that if we're going to be successful, then we have to be consistent in certain areas of the game. We set a goal to be a lot better team defensively, really in all three zones. It's not just defensive zone. It's how you defend through the neutral zone, how you defend in the offensive zone. And, I think that's where our biggest growth has come from.
Thank you, Lindy.
You're welcome.